Cynthia, good morning, welcome. So we can see that it's not quite sunrise yet, but this is where we're going. Look over here, just poking between the trees. Look at that. Hi Anne, good morning. All right, so this is where we're going to head. We're going to head through here. I don't know, can you see anything? It's pretty dark at the moment, isn't it? That's all right. Once we get out onto the beach, or onto the path in fact, we'll head this way first. Hi Mary Lou, good morning. And here, look. Wow, beautiful, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Another gorgeous morning. So we're going to walk along this trail for a bit. The trail goes between the road and the beach, along here. Oh, it's lovely to see you, Mary Lou. Hi, Natalie. And we're going to walk along this trail between the road and the beach for a bit, and then we'll go down onto the beach and walk along the beach for a bit, and then we'll head around the headland over there and see what's around there. I haven't worked out exactly where the sun's going to come up. I'm hoping it's going to be between the two headlands. Wouldn't that be pretty perfect? Okay, I've got my muffler in place. There's very little wind this morning, so I don't think we're going to have a lot of wind noise, but look at this gorgeous colour. Oh, so beautiful. I'm going to zoom in for a bit. Let's go down on the water and get the exposure sorted out, and then get back up to the sky. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're really just going to take a lovely slow walk, just a beautiful slow walk, and see how the colours change, how the mood of the morning changes. Listen to the sound of the water. I'm frustrated again at the angle of this camera because I literally sat in the car and fastidiously got the level correct, and now it looks like it's wonky again. Anyway, it is what it is. So we walk along this little trail here, in between the trees. I'm going to try and get you some lovely shots between trees with foliage in, like this. Not many clouds this morning, so let's just enjoy what clouds are here now. And this is the beautiful beach. This is Shoal Bay. Hi Tanzian. So pretty. So we climbed partway up that headland the other day. If you've heard me huffing and puffing on other tours, you hadn't heard anything. It's a challenge. There's a path up to the top with lots and lots of stairs, and there was no way we were going to do that. There's a swimmer. There's a person out there swimming. I almost got excited. I thought it was a dolphin in close to shore, but no, it's a human. So this little area is called Shoal Bay, literally a 5-minute drive from my house. Could walk here, but it's a bit far. Very popular with holiday makers. This is lots of holiday accommodation along here, along the road here. We're going to see some interesting houses. There's quite an interesting one up there with the sun glowing on its windows. A little too much window cleaning in that house for me. So we are actually right beside a road. We are going to hear traffic noise, but that's okay. We don't need to let that distract us, do we? All right, so make my way along here just a little way, then I'll turn the camera around. I think we've been going, I think it's dead on 6 o'clock right now, 6 a.m. Okay, so we're looking around. This is Shoal Bay. That's the length of the beach over there. Richard's actually put the inflatable kayak in just around that point, and then rowed around to this bay. Listen to the gentle sound of the waves, the water against the shore. Hi, Joanne. A little bit of a breeze out on the water, so it's not mirror smooth out there, but it's still quite gentle. All right, let's turn the camera around for a bit. Let's see, where is it? Up here. Can't see the buttons against the tree. Let's turn it around this way so I can see the buttons. That's better. All right, so good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning for another beautiful sunrise. Not too many facts and figures around this morning. We're really just going to enjoy walking together, and the gentle rise of the sun, which looks promising to be absolutely gorgeous. So can't wait to show it to you. Before we begin, as always, I'd just like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Worimi people and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Alrighty, so let's get away from looking at me and get back to looking at this. There we go. So I'm just going to duck around behind these trees. And there's one of the paths down to the beach. We'll just go a little further before we head down onto the sand. Listen to the sounds of the rainbow lorikeets. This is this house I mentioned that I think has just a little bit too much window cleaning for my liking. Or one of them. Yeah, who could be bothered with that? So this is Tamari Head on the right and Yucaba Head on the left, and that little gap between the two is the entrance to Port Stephens. So that's where we're aiming for. There's a little row of lights across there. We're going to walk past those and around the bend, and we'll be looking out towards the ocean from that point. So I'm not sure what the surf is like today. I don't know if it's a big swell or a big sea, but we'll find out when we get round there. Good morning, Sarah. Just lost the colour for a second, so let's go down again and see if we can adjust the exposure so we're getting those lovely golden colours back. It's a little better. Alright, so I'll pick up the pace a little bit. And as we walk through Shoal Bay, the township, I'll show you some of the shops and the businesses in town as well. Sunrise is happening in about 15 minutes from now. So I'd like to be around by the head when it happens. I'm not sure how we'll go, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get round there. Good morning, Joanne. And good morning, Michaela. Lovely to see you both. Okay, so Tamari Headland, I think it is about 160 metres in height. Straight up. I just don't have the energy for that anymore. Once upon a time I might have, but no, I can't do that these days. My knees just won't allow it. So every so often there's just a little, what do you call it, an egress, I guess, down onto the beach. Looks like someone's left their cigarettes behind. Oh dear. Hope it's not that fella getting fit out there in the water. Come back and have a smoke when he's done. All right, so we'll go a little further and then we'll go down onto the sand. I don't want to spend too much time on the sand because it slows us down, and we really want to get around the point if we can for sunrise. So this is a nice seat. Look at this. We can sit here and watch it from here. So pretty. I'm looking for wildlife. This is where a couple of days ago there was a southern right whale slowly making its way up the coast, and it was spotted in various locations off Sydney, and then it actually entered Shoal Bay, and I saw photos on Facebook of the southern right whale and its calf just here in Shoal Bay. Amazing. I keep missing these things. You're never in the right place at the right time. And then my sister-in-law, my brother and my sister-in-law visited on Monday, stayed overnight with their camper van in our driveway on Monday night. And she saw it. My brother does surf photography, and he was up in Port Macquarie for the last 2 or 3 weeks, photographing a surf championship. And while he's out photographing, she's just killing time. She was on the breakwater at Port Macquarie, and the same whale and calf came in quite close to the breakwater. So she was amazed. She saw it there as well. If you didn't have all those clothes over it, that would almost make an interesting photo, but yeah, never mind. There's a shower here, so if you do happen to go for a swim, come out and wash yourself down under the shower. You can launch your boat down this ramp here. Here, dinghy launch. So it's designed for putting your dinghy in to get yourself out to one of these boats on a mooring out in the bay. Across the road here we have a caravan park. Very full. Our caravan parks are always full these days. Largely what's known as the grey nomads. Do you have those in your country? People my age who take off on the big road trip with their caravan or camper, and they take up the vast majority of travellers around Australia these days. And there's quite a few that actually live semi-permanently in their RVs or their caravans. Alright, so we've reached the shops. This is the main shopping centre for Shoal Bay. There's a barbecue over there. A couple of coffee shops. It's really not much to it. There's a pharmacy Lots of holiday accommodation. Alright, so just up here I'm going to head down onto the beach and we'll walk for a little way along the sand. Just checking the time. It looks like we're about 10 minutes away from sunrise. Here we go, we'll go down here. Alright, so really lovely white sand. Here they are, aren't they, Joanne? Definitely chatterboxes. Sand's quite soft even on the wet part, so I'll get down closer to the water's edge. Okay, the sound of the water lapping. It's so soothing, isn't it? It is lovely, Joanne. So up on my right there, we've got the Ramada. Is that building there is the Ramada Hotel Motel, and then we've got the Shoal Bay Country Club. We had breakfast there yesterday morning. Not too bad, the prices. They could have been worse for a resort style eatery. We don't tend to go out and eat too often, so it was nice to do it occasionally. The clouds are all disappearing. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So if I look back this way, we're looking back towards Nelson Bay. So around that first point, there's a little lighthouse on top. That's Nelson Head, and then we've got Little Beach, and I live just above Little Beach. That'll be a tour for another day. I might even walk from my house down to Little Beach. Make that a tour. I'll see how interesting it is, because it's largely just residential houses for the most part. Okay. The water is very clear here once the day begins. We can see lots of fish down in the water. We stood up on this pier yesterday after breakfast to look down into the water, and you can see the fish quite clearly. I want to see if we can get one of those interesting shots looking down along the pilings. What do you call them? Piers. I don't know. Might not be that interesting, we'll see. There's better places than this to get this type of shot. It's not as good as I'd hoped. But the glow at the water's edge is pretty. can hear corellas now. There they go. Right above me, I think. I'm not going to try and catch it in the camera. I'll be shooting it all over the place. So we have roughly 5, I think, of these peaks, and it's old volcanic area. Well, it kind of is in a way, Michaela. It's meant to be sunrise, but there you go. So we've got that peak there. I think it's called Stewart Peak. And then you can't quite see it, but out of just over behind these buildings here is the Gangan lookout. I want to take you up there as well. But some of these locations, you know, the actual lookout is spectacular, but making it into a tour is the challenge. Yeah, it's difficult just to stand at a lookout for 45 minutes, even no matter how spectacular it is. All right. So, I'm in two minds because it is actually going to it is going to get quite dark around this side, walking around this side of the head. And I'm thinking it might actually be better to leave the fortification and gun emplacement and instead head across to the beach, because it is, you know, in the shadow of this hilltop, it is actually going to be quite dark over there, walking along there for a bit. What do you think, guys? Would you rather see another beach or go around to see the entrance to Port Stephens between the two heads? Give me your thoughts. I'll go with the majority. Once again, just looking back along the bay. Another beach for now, Joanne? Yeah, I'm inclined to think the same. I'm leaning in that direction. Either way is fine for Lynn. Thanks, Lynn. As you say, will be dark. Beach if it's too dark. Yeah, I'm just looking, if you could look where I'm looking between these buildings here, you can see how dark it is. And that won't brighten up until the sun hits it, which is going to be a little bit later than the rest of the area because it's right behind this peak. Anywhere is fine for me. Okay. All right, we might head across. It is a beautiful beach. It's a favourite sunrise location for photography. So it's definitely a place that I've been planning to take you guys to anyway. So why don't we do that? So looking at my time on my screen, it looks like it's almost exactly sunrise. So the sun is behind the peak, and if we get over to the beach, we'll be able to see it. So I'm going to go up here. Walking through the sand is always tough going. Looks like there's been some damage to this part of the beach. So there's a road that goes up to the top of here and then heads down to another beach. So there's little beaches and coves and caves all the way along this stretch of coastline. Whew. There's a boat launching ramp here, and this information board really gives lots of advice on being safe out on the water. So this is where we are right now, just about here. And where I was originally going to take you was around to there, but we'll duck across to here. Woo! Oh, those doggies are looking for the beach. Off they go. Go ahead. So the buildings, where it's dark down here ahead of us, those ones over there, they were originally built during World War II, and they were built to look like or to appear like a fishing village, but they were actually the base for the Navy. In fact, we had 20,000 American soldiers based in the Nelson Bay area. There were lots of buildings around here associated with that operation, and they were here training for beach landings and also to protect Port Stephens and ultimately the Newcastle area because of our steelworks, and also the Williamtown Air Force Base. So the thinking was that Japanese could have come in to Port Stephens, landed here, and then gone overland to attack the steelworks and the Air Force Base. So that's why there were defence posts built at this headland. Okay, not too far now. This is a little coffee cart over here. Coffee cart, or I think that one's an ice cream cart. And we were here the other day, and there was a coffee cart situated directly opposite. They had some fold-out chairs. It was all very nice. Just sit here near the beach. Bring your own keep cup. And the clouds up there are looking very pink right now, so very soon we'll be across on the beach and see some rather lovely pink clouds, which would be nice. That's a sizable branch that's fallen from this tree. You can see how it's rotted at one end. It's come down from this tree here. A lot of people don't like gum trees, eucalyptus as you guys know them, because they're renowned for dropping limbs. And it's advisable not to camp under a big old gum tree for that exact reason. All right. There's another lovely little seat here. It's called Penny's Seat. Sitting here looking out between the trees out towards the entrance to Port Stephens. Very pretty. I don't know who Penny is or what the relevance is of that seat, but my guess would be it was a favourite spot for Penny to sit. Not far now. I just heard a kookaburra. Good morning. Okay, so here's the path to the beach, just over here. And you might be able to see what I was talking about just between the trees, the very pink clouds. Hi Laurie. All right, so are you ready to push? You ready to give me a hand and push me up over this dune? One good thing is that they've put wooden boards here, so it is actually easier to walk on, but it's still an uphill climb. You're watching it on your TV. Well done. I wish I could get mine sorted out so I could do that sort of thing. I'll get there. One day I'll figure out the tech. Do you hear the sound of the surf? Oh yeah, it's looking very pretty. I know it's a little bit overexposed for you through the phone at the moment, but we'll get there. It'll adjust in a moment. Why don't I do this again? Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for the push. All right. Oh yeah. Let me just get out onto the beach. You'll see what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Look at this one up here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Let's get it where the path is just opening out onto the beach. Look at this. And there's the sun. Gorgeous. If I go up, we get these ones up here. Oh, a bench would be perfect here, wouldn't it? But then maybe more people would come. And we want to keep it just for us. All right, I am going to, what I'm going to do, there's a spot, I hope we haven't missed the best time for it, but there's a spot just over here on my right where there's some rocks. I'm going to get behind one or two of those rocks and look towards the sun. Let's see if we can get that perfect Instagram shot. We'll give it a red hot go. Oh, Todd, it's Zenith Beach. Yes, it's so beautiful, isn't it? And a photographer's favourite for the sunrise. Listen to the sea. So, are you a local, Todd? So out there as well, I'm pretty sure that's Broughton Island, which is a colony for seals and I think penguins as well. Tour companies do cruises out to Broughton Island. Alright, so I'm going to walk over in this direction. Let's just sort of take our focus away from the sun for a moment. I'll head over here. There's a couple of people out here also watching the sunrise. Beautiful spot. It's been a bit of a landslide over here. Alright, so we're going to aim for, there's some rocks over there and I want to get you that perfect Instagram shot, okay? Oh, look at this. That's a cuttlefish bone. You live in Florida. Your brother lives in Corlette. Oh, Corlette's just very close to where I am. Probably about a less than 10-minute drive. So for those who don't know, Corlette is quite near to Salamander Bay, which is where we were on the beach a few days ago looking at the sunrise. So yes, here's the cuttlefish bone, and if I had a budgie I'd take it home and stick it in the cage. The birds like to chew on those and sharpen their beaks. Not too much further. I don't have any competition. There's no one down here with a 600mm lens that I have to jostle for position with. Oh, actually, having said that, there is someone up there, halfway up the cliff by the looks of it. It's just grey pants, red shirt, right in the middle. Yeah. Don't get tired of it, do you, Dolores? I want a shot with the sun coming through the waves, but it's such a small surf that difficult to get. So that's why one of the reasons I'm heading towards these rocks over here. Bit of walking backwards. Clouds always make the shot, don't they? Beautiful clouds. Okay. Almost at these rocks. Well, there is a person here with packing up. See, he's smart. He got here before me. He's actually finished. He's packing away now. I should have got here a little bit earlier. Hello, good morning. I've missed the best of it this morning, didn't I?
It's still good.
It's still good. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh. All right, and so from here we're looking up the coast as well. I'm just leaning against a rock here to try and get you some interesting angles, if I can. So that's Broughton Island over there, and here's Tamari Head on the left. So beautiful. This is the colour of the sun on the rocks. I want to just lean up against one of these rocks. There's that fellow up there. So you can see what I mean. It's a bit of a known spot for photographers. Position myself here against this rock. There we go. So pretty. I'm going to get down a bit lower. All right. So it was worth coming over to the beach for, wasn't it? I'd like to get over here a bit further, but I'm also competing with this photographer now, so let me see. Might be able to get here. Yeah, I wish I was still fit enough to do it, Todd. I'm just not really fit enough for it. We did the trail that goes halfway up the other day, and I was huffing and puffing there. And then when I got to the bottom of the steps, I looked up, I went, yeah, if I was 15 years younger, I'd give it a go. Yeah, the view from up there is gorgeous. I've seen photos from up there. I'd love to do it, and sadly I just can't any longer. Okay, now that's kind of interesting. All right, we got the money shot, guys. How did we do? Okay, whew. I think I'll slowly start making my way back. What do you reckon? Was that worth coming across to the beach for? I think so. Next time I'll come a little bit earlier. I'll park up this end and just come straight to the beach. Right, I'd like to see some of those shots where the sun catches the spray coming off the top of the waves. Although they're not really waves. Okay, back to there. You're very welcome, Natalie. We've got one lonely seagull walking across the beach here. I also saw some photos the other day and someone captured dolphins in the surf here, a bit like when we were on Richard's tour at Palm Beach a couple of months ago. I haven't seen any sign of dolphins out here today. It was definitely worth it, wasn't it, Sarah? All right, I'm going to give you some more huffing and puffing as I go back across the sand. I'm just looking at the sand as I go. It's not much in the way of fossicking this morning. They're really, really tiny shells. So there's nothing really substantial here to go rummaging for. There's someone over there with their dog, a couple of other people. So give me a minute while I negotiate the sand. Give my quads a workout. Lots of human tracks going up the sand dune. All right, one last look towards the ocean before we head back. Todd, yeah, definitely Gangan. I took my husband there. I'd been there a couple of times. I took some sunrise photos, or pre-sunrise, you know, the first glow photos there the other day. It is absolutely stunning. But as I was explaining, it might have been just before you came on. It's one of those places where the view is stunning and amazing, but I don't know if I can make it a 45-minute tour. But I think I might give it a go anyway, because it is and the Gymea lilies, the big red flowers, are out in abundance right now at the top of Gangan Lookout. And tomorrow I have my first day at the volunteering at the Koala Hospital. And as you all know, I've said it before, photography is not allowed, but I want to see if there's some way that I can gain access to the koala sanctuary that it's attached to. Whether they'll give me permission to live stream from there. And obviously if I do, we would pledge our support for a sponsored koala or adopted koala to help help go towards the ongoing funding of the hospital. So I've had a bit of a tour. Oh, I'm on the wrong track. I don't recognise this at all. Where does this one go? I did not come down this way. This is a different path. Yeah, I've never been here before. Look at this. It's a whole new lookout. So over in that direction, it's probably a little small to see, but I'll show you anyway. You might be able to just see the top of a lighthouse, and that's the lighthouse on Fingal Head. It's not really an island, it's attached sometimes. It's attached to the mainland at low tide. You can walk across there in low tide. Oh, you're very welcome, Todd. Very welcome. Please come back again. Okay, I'm going to see where this goes. I'm sure eventually it'll hit that road that goes down to Shoal Bay, and I can walk back to where my car's parked. So you huff and puff with me. Thank you, Sarah. Nothing like solidarity. Look at this gum tree. Look at the shape of it. All right, yep, I've discovered a new trail. It's always good to find new paths. And I think I know exactly where I am now, I think. We'll soon find out. So once again, I dressed for a cold morning, and now I'm hot. All right, so where are we? That sign there basically just gives you the warnings about the beach. Shore dump, shallow water, strong currents, no life-saving service. Yes, it's an unpatrolled beach. It's also a sanctuary zone, so there's no fishing allowed on this beach. There's no dogs, there's no camping, there's no fishing, there's no fires. If you want to do it, it's a no, basically. This is part of the Tamari Coastal Walk, so in that direction we can head to Fingal Bay and Burrubi Point, which is where we were the day before yesterday. And this road goes up, so now I know where that is, and I'm going to give that trail a go over the coming days and see what that's like heading up there. Let's have a look. So this takes you to Wreck Beach and Box Beach. Box Beach I've been to. Wreck Beach I haven't been to yet. So this is the road back down to Shoal Bay. All right. So I'm getting a low battery warning. So what I'll do is I will sign off. But I'll keep the camera running for a little bit, and you're welcome to walk with me back towards my car, which is about another 10 minutes back in that direction, if you'd like to. Let me just plug in the battery pack for the camera to make sure that I stay connected. Okay, that way there. Mary Lou, thank you for another awesome tour. You're very welcome, Mary Lou. Okay, so that's connected, that's plugged in, that's turned on. Plug this in here. Just watch out for a bump, guys. Like you get the warning when you're on a chairlift. There, I think that's plugged in okay. Right. Okay, so this is the one-way road that heads up to... Actually, I'm not sure where it heads to. I'll have to give this one a try and see where it goes. Chamari National Park. Yeah, I'm going to have to drive up here and see where it goes. Watch that bouncing cable. Alright, so everybody, hope you enjoyed it this morning. Let me just turn the camera around as I walk. Thanks again, thanks for joining me. Another beautiful sunrise. We didn't actually see the actual moment that it crested the horizon, but I think what we saw was pretty gorgeous anyway. What have I got coming up? Let me think. Saturday, forest bathing. Saturday, forest bathing in the national park, and the wildflowers are coming out, and I'm planning what I'm doing next week, so I'm not sure yet. And you may see test tours, an occasional test tour might pop up. I want to test what the signal's like out on the sand dunes, so they may involve me walking partway out towards where the four-wheel drive vehicles go. So I might go live with a test tour out there. You're welcome to come along. In fact, having people there helping me out, letting me know what it looks like is really helpful. What else might I be doing? Oh, the Tilligary habitat. I need to get back out there and check it. We went out there the other day. The signal was a bit low at one point, but the habitat is beautiful. And it is koala habitat as well. There's not many. 3 or 4 koalas live in that area apparently. So I might be doing another test the signal type tour over there. And we also need to get back over to where we met those people, and they said that there's definitely a koala in a tree over there. I went and had a look, and I found the proof on the path underneath, but I didn't spot him. It's a rather large tree, and typically they're probably right up the top, so we need to keep going back and seeing if we can spot him. Alright, so we're back at the bay. We've made it back across to Shoal Bay itself. I think I might leave you here and I'll walk back to my car from here. Okay, so keep an eye out for those tours as I add them to the calendar or as I promote them on Facebook. And of course have your notifications on for YouTube. Alright, thanks for joining me guys. Lovely to have you all here with me, and see you soon. My pleasure, Tanzian. My pleasure. Thank you everyone. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.